And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Fawcett. I'm touching base with you as I always do with my buddy Chris on Thursdays. It is TrendWatch Thursday where we talk about things that are just happening. What's going on, Chris?
Nothing, man. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
And I was telling Chris this morning, I said I went to bed like 3 o'clock this morning because I was editing some stuff, and then I said, let me upload the new ISO 26. Now, for those out there that don't know, so this is on the Trend Watch. This is a Trend Watch topic. Apple has a new update. It's a new update, and it's called ISO 26. And I did the phone 2 days
iOS
ago.
26, yeah.
Yeah, so 26, right? And then I did the computer last night. And I was like, well, maybe it's just going to, I just said, I didn't know it was going to be a laptop update. So I said, let me check and see if they updated the laptop.
It's everything.
Too.
Everything. One software goes everything.
So I'm new to the Apple world, obviously. So I said, let me go in. I looked around and I saw it. I said, oh my gosh, there's an update for the laptop. So then I uploaded it. And so, I could not go to bed until it was all done, and I had to get a chance to see what it looked like.
Because that's how you get suckered in.
I got Curious George moment.
Listen to me. Whenever you do an update, let it run overnight, and when you get up in the morning, then you deal with it. Don't sit there and wait for it, because then you will get suckered in, and you'll be up all night with it. I learned that trick.
So then also I said, while I'm waiting for the upload, for upload, then download, I said the download, then upload. Then I said, why not take some time to pack some stuff up? So I ended up taking the lamps off the desk, wrapping them up, cleaning the lamps, packing them in the box, taking the box, putting the new tabs on the box. And so I said, let me get some more stuff done for packing. And then I went and changed and got some mirrors off the wall. Then I got some other stuff out. And so before I knew it, I packed up some stuff, which I was very proud of and happy. And then also when I turned on the new system, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a whole new system. And everything feels so much. It feels smoother. If there's a way that something. It's on the screen can feel.
It's snappier, yeah. So the one thing I would say about Apple, and you have to give kudos to them, because not like Android or Google doesn't do this, and it's because they don't control the whole system. They allow your devices to have years of updates, and every time you do a yearly update on your device, it feels like you got a new. Let's just use the phone as an example. It feels like you got a new phone. I mean,
yeah, this feels like a new phone.
I wasn't complaining that my phone felt sluggish at all. But like when I updated last week, now here's the thing: I'm a beta tester also, so I've been testing it on an older iPhone, on 15 Pro Max, over the summer. It was buggy, but that's why they say don't put it on your main device. If you have a spare device, you can run it and work through all the kinks. But when I loaded it on my everyday driver phone last year when it came out, instantaneously it felt like it was a brand new phone out the box. Everything's moved so smoothly and quickly. So that's the one thing about iOS. They might not get everything right, and to be honest with you, iOS typically is always late to the game as far as like features. But Apple has never been a company that really does things first. People might think they do, like when people say, oh, they had the iPhone first, yeah, but there are other smartphones out there. Apple was not first to the game. It's just that they took a huge leap with the iPhone. So, but with the software, you always feel as though you're getting a new device. Especially this particular one, iOS 26, and also they renamed all the systems. Now they all are the year that it's quote unquote coming out. So like, because this is going into next year, that's why I call it 26. Next year's version will be 27. But it all feels new. It feels, and they have this new design language, which is called Liquid Glass. For those that are not in the iOS or Apple camp, it's called Liquid Glass, and it's actually.
Now, here's a question: since you're talking about Liquid Glass, is Liquid Glass an actual glass, or is it just it's a format?
So liquid glass is what they're calling this new design language. And if you, I would advise take your phone up. If you're on your home screen, right, and
Mm-hmm.
slowly rotate your phone a little bit while you see the icon, you'll see the edges of it. It looks like the glass is being refracted
Yeah,
and
I like that.
moved.
That's what I love about it. So
Right.
that's
So
what's
what
called
it
liquid glass.
Right. So what it's doing is mimicking the actual essence of you holding a piece of glass in your hand and moving. Because when you hold
Oh,
glass,
that's what that
it
meant.
changes and it reflects
Gotcha.
what's underneath of it. So it's literally reflecting what's underneath of it. So it takes a lot of computing power to do all of that stuff.
Well, I have to tell you though, I was telling Chris, and I said we Android users. I'm a now Apple user, but a lot of these new features that they just added onto the Apple is features that we've had in Android for pretty much 5 or 6 years, maybe even 10 years. And I was so happy because some things about Apple drive me insane that they don't have the basics that Android had. And one was the thing that, because I text a lot, I text a whole lot, and texting and being able to go back and correct just by touching the screen, going there and taking the cursor and moving real quick to you where you need to go. Before this update was not as smooth and easy. I had to keep hitting, clicking the screen, trying to move. They had to go back out, then go in, just slide, and all. It was ridiculous. But now I made corrections to yesterday and today. It was just like my Android phone. Just touch, move the cursor, change the letter. Move, change the letter. And I said, wow, it took them all these years, but it's good.
Well, I mean, they've had versions of it, and here's the thing: like Apple will try something, and if they don't like it, then they will go in a different direction, and then they'll circle back. So, like, this is kind of like circling back a little bit for them,
Okay.
but with this new design aesthetic, and I actually
I love
really
it.
like it. I really like it. It's kind
And
of
it's
harping
so much
to
smoother. So
no,
much
it's
smoother.
very smooth. It almost feels like butter on in your hands
I
right
mean,
now.
I also, like, for instance, and I'm just gonna share, like, for instance, Apple, I mean, or Androids have always been able to do background changes,
Yeah,
but
he
now
just got it.
now they can do background change. So
Wait,
all of this is Adrian's color. Adrian's color is this. So
yeah.
everyone now has a color, and I
Well,
can
you can
go
even
in
customize it and
and I
put your own
customize
pictures
them to all
back
my
there.
friends.
Yeah. Well, here's the
Everyone
thing:
has a
like
customize.
apps on the phone could do it. It's just the operating. So they didn't allow the operating system to do it. So here's the thing, and as most people know, Apple is what they call a closed walled garden. They don't like people messing with the operating system because that's where you get lots of points of failure. Whereas you get unless you're really tech savvy and you know what you're doing, you can brick a phone really easily. And when I say brick a phone is you can make it where it just stops working altogether. And the only way to get it back to normal is either do a hard reset, and if you don't know how to do that, having to take it into a store and having them restore it for you. But over these last several years, Apple has, I think, let the reins go a little bit, and they've given coders and app designers the ability to dig a little deeper into their code and to use the system settings a lot easier. It was very hard in the beginning. Like you couldn't do anything on these devices. It was like locked down like Fort Knox.
But
But now
again,
they're giving
but
the
that's
tools.
why people loved Android, because Android, you could create whatever you want. You
You
could
could
create your own.
tinker,
You can
but
tinker, make and change it, and
but
then it spreads. And it's
but
good.
that opened up a lot of problems for people getting viruses, their phones being compromised, and then because some people know what they know, but then some people are very dangerous with what they don't know and mess up their phones. So it just depends on what camp you're in.
But
But I'm glad that
it's always. I mean, I know all the folks out there like yourself, and I think Adrian, a couple of you that have only been Apple people. You have never had the experience of being Androiders, and then
but I've been a PC person,
in
and
the
so it's all the
modern
same lines.
world. And the androids, what's beautiful about the android is, again, we had all of these abilities years ago, And I am so glad that Apple has them and that they are now saying, okay, you know what? Well, maybe we should trust our customers and that are tech savvy, and we can get more of their feedback and what's going on. And but I have to tell you, ISO 26, I love it. I really love it, and I'm just getting started with it. I mean, I've discovered some really cool things about it, and I've only had it for 28 hours, and it has been wonderful. And now it's on my laptop, and it's really, I mean,
And
it
you
feels
see the
nice.
similarities. It's very cohesive across all of their devices. Apple TV,
Yes.
Apple TV, the box got updated. The watches, the phones, the iPads, they all now have the same exact design language. There's
However,
no.
my watch keeps going into the unlock mode, and you see it. I have to keep
That's weird.
unlocking it, and I can't. It's driving me crazy. I just want to open. I just want to look at my watch, and every time I look at my watch,
bug.
It's.
What you might need to do is you need to power down your watch, leave it off for about 5 minutes, and then put it on a charger and let it do a full charge, and then turn it back on.
Oh, okay. Maybe that helps.
Sometimes, listen. Remember, all of these electronic devices that we have are computers. Computers actually need to be turned off every once in a while so they can reset themselves.
And speaking of that, Chris, I just learned this week. I mean, well, it was a refresher. I heard it years before, but I was refreshed with the idea. So we're talking. This is like TrendWatch stuff, and they were sharing with us that every morning you wake up, you should restart your phone. You should reboot, restart, not reset, restart. So every time you cut your phone off and then cut it back on, they said because there are viruses and hacking, the way hackers go into your computer, it resets. And when you restart your phone, it knocks some of these hacking bugs out of the system. And it was fascinating. I saw that this week on, I don't know whose show it was, on one of the
I think it's a lot to ask people to power down their phones every day. That's why I always say at least once a week, power down your devices.
Yeah,
it's good maintenance for it, because what it allows your device to do is to wipe its cache clean and then start fresh. Because as you're online and because think about it, everything you do is being connected to the internet. Even your watch, even though it might not have the cellular on your watch is connected to your phone, and your phone's connected to the internet, and that's how it's updating and keeping everything in sync. So you're constantly in a cyber world, basically on every device. So it's really important to at least once a week. I always tell people, they always come to me because I'm like the tech guy for my family. I said, they say they're having problems. I said, when's the last time you turned your phone off? Oh, I don't know. It's been months. Turn your phone off. Power it down, leave it off for 5 minutes, and turn it back on. Oh, that fixed it. It's fine now. Like, yeah, it's a computer. It needs to, it needs to
be restarted.
It's just like, I hate to use this analogy, but it's like a human being. Like, in order for your body to repair itself, you need to have rest. How do you rest? You go to sleep.
That's right.
Computer's the same way. You need to rest your phone.
Turn the computer off. Turn the phones off. It always seems to work. That's right. Reboot.
That's always my first solution.
Reboot.
Turn it off and reboot. And most times it'll fix your issues.
Well, anyway, we did say good morning to a bunch of folks that came into the building.
Good morning.
So Hannah is the first person with the gold that she's taking.
Come on now.
Hannah has taken her position back as being the first person in the building. She says, I'm the first person. And literally, she is in here like 10:30, sometimes like 10:25. I'll see her popping in, and I say, oh, there's Hannah. She's right there. She says, I will not be touched. I'm here early.
Yes.
Bryson is in second place this morning. Can you believe that? Bryson is there, second place. He says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, everybody? Happy Law and Order Thursday. One more day before the weekend.
Wait, is it back today, Bryson?
What?
I'm a Law and Order fan. No,
I love Law and Order. It's good.
It's probably premiere. I love all of them.
All of them. SVU.
Criminal Intent.
In my brain,
Law and Order.
my dyslexia goes like this. Oh, look,
Come on
balloons.
now.
I didn't know I could do that. Okay, so 2 fingers gives you
Well,
balloons.
I believe it's
It's 2 fingers. Hold on a second. Now I
Do you
can do
separate
it.
them
See?
like the pizza? I think it's this.
No, then that's
That's
confetti.
confetti.
Oh, this
See,
is for
mine's not on
Gwendolyn.
now.
This is for Gwendolyn, right? Look, Gwendolyn's confetti.
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, and it gives you balloons.
I think it's probably just the one that gives you balloons. I don't have mine turned on right now. I'm not using my regular camera.
Oh yeah, there it is. 1 for balloons.
Yeah,
and
then 2 for confetti.
For confetti.
But you're out of frame.
Oh, no,
you were out of frame. That's why. No. It's 2. Do the 2 in frame. In frame. You're out of frame. Yes. There you go. Remember, you have to be in frame that the camera can see it. If you go out of frame, it only looks like it was only the 2 fingers up. But anyway.
Well, now I can have confetti without it being all over my house, like Gwendolyn.
Maybe that's what she should do. But I know she loves the confetti.
But she also doesn't have an Apple computer. I don't think so. She's not.
Oh yeah, she doesn't. She's a PC girl. Yeah, we still love her.
We still, yeah. She calls me a traitor. I'm a traitor to most of my Androiders.
It's all right. They'll get over it.
Bryson says iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max came out not that long ago. Well, yes, when they come out with a new, and that's usually the case when they come out with a brand new phone. Correct me if I'm wrong. When they come out with a brand new phone, they usually seem this is since I've been now with the Apple for about 1.5 years now. They seem to update everything with the brand new phone, and then they go across and clean up everything else.
No, so, all right. So
to par.
Here's the thing. This is Apple's thing. Every year we know that we're going to get a new iPhone in September. That is the schedule. And in June they introduced the operating system, and then they tested over the summer. And they always release the new software the same week that they release the phone. But the software gets released either on a Monday or a Tuesday, and the phones come out on Fridays.
Okay.
So you have time to update your phone, your current phone, on the new operating system. And if you do want to upgrade, then you upgrade. Then you get the new. So everyone's playing with the same level. And the nice thing about Apple and iOS devices, typically they support their devices 5 to 7 years back. So people, they're on 17 now. You can probably get updated from like an iPhone 12 probably, and still works.
But that's what I like about them also is that not like my Android. When my watch was acting up, and it was only 2 years old, and they said, "Oh, we have no parts for it. We can't help you." That was the catalyst that brought me to Apple. Yeah. Anyway, there's some more people in the building. Jazzy says, "Good morning, beautiful people," and Kimmy says, "Hello." And who else is it? Dr. Tachi's in the building. Good day, all y'all.
I owe you a phone call.
Yes. Yesterday we had a great show. If you want that time, we had Dr. Tachi was our guest. She was my partner in crime.
I missed yesterday.
And we talked about media, where media is going, what's happening in media today, and in relationship to Jimmy Kimmel, but beyond Jimmy Kimmel. I share from my experience of this week with being with Unstoppable Africa, and different experiences with also meeting Eric Roberts this week. And so it was a excellent conversation. If you want to check it out, go back and watch Dr. Tachi. If Dr. Tachi's on the scene, it's never a bad show. It's just
not at all.
So check that out from yesterday. Let's see who else is in the building. Oh, also last night we had a wonderful game night. We had I think Diva to the Max was our MVP last night. She took and then Fifi was in the building, and she took us over into Geniuses to complete the night. So thank you, Miss Fifi. Also, Mr. DS is in the building. He says, "Good morning, Ron, Chris, and the TBD family. DS here. I see you, DS. I see you. Kimmy Kim says, always had an iPhone, but not techie. And Apple Music, I see that. And Jazzy says, I was an Android girl until my phone froze and I had a client meeting and couldn't get it into it. I went to Apple and never looked back.
But I think that you'll see that a lot. Why people switch, because when you have a phone and you're not a tech person and you want to be able to get support, a lot of Android phones, you can't just like go to a store and get technical help. Whereas you can walk into any Apple store anywhere around the world, and it doesn't matter where you bought it from. Say something's wrong with my phone, and especially if you're within that first year, they're not going to ask you anything because they know what model you have, and everyone knows iPhone season is typically in September. So say you walk in August, and your phone, something's wrong with your phone. They're not going to ask you, well, when you got the phone. They know.
Yes.
They'll look at it. If it's under warranty, they'll give you they'll fix it, or they can't fix it. At the time, especially if this is your first time going in there with something, they'll give you a new handset, and it's not a brand new, it's a refurbished one, but they're refurbished new, and you would never even know it was different because it comes in the same new box packaging and everything, and the warranty is still good.
Well, on that note, since you do mention that, the reason why I also became an Apple, like, again, I love my Android. I had Android for decades, but what sold me on, I am a big advocate for customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Apple won me through customer service. And that's what sold me. Like, just like Chris just said, I can go into the store anywhere, especially in New York City. We have Apple stores everywhere. So I can just take my computer. I get stuck and jammed up. I mean, I could definitely also do it, just call them up. There's someone there to answer at customer services, to help you, to walk you through. The technology person will walk you through. I am a believer of one human beings. I don't want to talk to a computer, and I don't like bad customer service. And Apple gives you the best customer service in technology, just hands down.
Yeah,
You can go into the store, you go in, the people are nice, they help you out, they work with you. When I got my watch, when I got every little thing, and now I have the only thing I haven't updated is my laptop, and my tablet.
Yeah, tablet.
My Android tablet. That's the only thing left of Android.
And trust me, when you switch, it's going to be like night and day. It's going to be, you're going to feel like you have a phone just with a bigger screen.
Well, I love my little Android. I love but this is getting old. And so it's almost time to the last part of this whole thing. Oh, I am going to get the new headset because the new headset finally fits properly. Anyway, that's another story for another day. And it has many functions. The new headset has blood pressure, and it calculates your blood pressure. It does all kinds of.
It does a lot of the things that your watch does. So, and actually, if you have both devices, it will determine which one is giving you the better reading and give you those results.
So these are all the new things that are trending right now in Apple. So usually I don't dedicate myself to a brand without getting paid, but
we had a whole Apple corner.
Yeah, we just had an Apple corner. So all the Apple people out there,
you're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is why we love you. Okay. So also, what's trending? So again, I forgot the final. I didn't get to see the final numbers today about Jimmy Kimmel, but I know that they said 6 million people watched.
Yes, 15 million streams as of
20 million people. I do believe the number was 20 million people tuned into the YouTube.
Yeah.
To see the monologue of Jimmy Kimmel's return. I do believe it said 20 million.
Was that this morning's numbers?
Okay. Yeah, it was yesterday's number.
Last night when I was listening to, I forget who it was. They were saying I think 20, and then going up to 25. But yeah, I mean, it just shows it's not really about him. It's not about him. It's free speech. It's the cat. He's the thing that was focused on. It's really about free speech because, and what I loved about his monologue was that it wasn't anything that I wasn't expecting. It was exactly what I
Exactly what I was
anticipated it to be.
expecting.
Because here's the thing, he's a very emotional person, and
Yes.
more than anything, he's a family person. You know, he really did not like the fact that Charlie was murdered, and he acknowledged the fact that his wife forgave the man who murdered him. And you know, he said that is the Christian thing to do. What he had a problem was how they were treating him as he was a martyr, and on top of it, how they were leveraging it, and that's what he was speaking out about. And of course, though Orange Bag just can't take criticism. He is so thin-skinned that's why he was attacking him. And then of course this FCC chair, deplorable. And I don't know if you saw that he tried to clean it up the day after when Jimmy Kimmel came back. Oh, you know, they were taking him out of context and misconstruing his work. Like, no, sir, you said what you said, and you meant it. And now you're trying to backtrack and backpedal. Let me tell you something. That whole thing was a distraction. Okay.
Yes.
And
so we want Epstein. We want Epstein.
But here's the thing: it's not even just about Epstein now. It's about Tom Holden. Is that his name? The guy who's in charge of the border czar?
Oh yeah, because the FBI stings.
Yes.
And
now Congress wants all of the files on that as well. So now here it is, two huge scandals that he's trying to avoid. And what he does is he deflects, use free speech, and let's just throw Jimmy Kimmel under the bus. And then he's doing all this stuff in the open. He was like, well, you know, ABC paid me $16 million. I think this is gonna be worth a lot more. Sir, you're in for a shitload of hurt.
Well, the border czar, yeah, he got into trouble because the FBI had an FBI sting, and he took bribery money, and now they're saying he didn't do it
in a paper bag.
How much was it?
$50,000 in a paper bag, and the bag was from a local eatery. So here's the thing: they weren't investigating him originally. They happened to stumble across this, that he was doing this, and then that's when they decided, all right, let's just see where this goes. Now, here's the thing: what he did wasn't necessarily illegal because he was not a government official at the time. He was still a private citizen. But because they knew he was up to become to be appointed as in the government, that's why they continued with this. So technically, they can't prosecute him for what he did because, like I said, he was a private citizen, and there's no law saying you can't do that. But he knew what he was doing was saying that once he becomes a government official, that he will definitely give them these contracts. So now, what's in question is Alligator Alley. How did those contracts come about? Was this a part of all of this? You know, and so Congress wants to know. So, you know, this is all deflection.
Well, since you talk about prosecution, now you see that they're going after Jim Comey, Mr. Comey.
And they're not going to find anything.
Well, the AG says she could not bring charges because there was nothing that was going to hold up. But then Trump, obviously, the orange man, also said that he wants charges brought for him no matter what. This is where, again, this is the problem when you have a dictator. Because, again, there's nothing that Jim Comey did that's wrong that we can see from here. And the AG that was in charge looked into it. She's a Trump supporter, so I've heard. So it's not like she was, I'm hooking up the brother. No, she simply went and looked into the allegations, found nothing. Then also, I think it was conferred with some other lawyers, and they said nothing. There's nothing that he can bring up on him. And so, but they said then
that's never stopped him though.
But they said she's still going to do it because Trump is telling her to do it.
Here's the thing: this is all just a waste of resources and money. He is such a grifter, and he's been on this. Oh, we're gonna clean up the swamp. This man is the effing swamp. Like literally, he is drowning in swamp shit. Okay.
Kimmy says they must counter everything ridiculous they do. Who can we find that should be charged? And so yes, so that's what's going on there in the news for that Jimmy Cone, and also because they only have up until next week, I think it is, to bring charges.
Because the statute of limitations is running out really quickly.
Yes,
that's why you're hearing about it. Can I just make mention? I don't know if you talked about this yesterday, but I just found it brought me joy. The fact that when he went to the UN to speak, the escalator stopped and his teleprompter stopped. But listen, somebody did that, and whoever that was.
But you know what they found out? They did an investigation. The UN did an investigation.
They did?
Yes. And did you hear this morning who did it?
No.
The photographer, the Trump photographer, accidentally triggered something with the escalator, how it's a safety mechanism.
Yeah.
And as he was on the escalator going backwards, or how he was moving backwards on the escalator, triggered the escalator to stop. And so it wasn't that someone was malicious. It was Trump's own photographer that did it. Number two, the prompter that was set up was not set up by the UN. It was set up by the president's staff.
Well, he hires the best people. So, I mean, it just...
So both occasions, so one comedian, well, I don't know if he's a comedian, but one commentator this morning said, there must be 2 job openings now at the White House.
He'll have to find even better people.
So
listen, you can't make this stuff up.
The escalator and prompt scandal is not a scandal at all. And it wasn't someone being malicious to him. It was his own people. I loved it. I said that was the best.
And you know what I loved? When the cameras panned to all the people in the UN and they were laughing at him.
Yes.
I just took joy out of that. He is the laughing stock of the world. Even British
the papers overseas railed him. They railed him.
Love
the man baby. A lot of the papers overseas call him the great man baby.
But that's exactly what he is.
He's a child. You saw what he did with the presidential pictures in the presidential corridor. So he has all of the presidents all lined up, and then he has them going up. And then for Biden, he puts a picture of a digital pen. So all the presidents are there. And then you see him, and then you see Biden with a digital pen.
He's a petty little man baby.
Not Biden's picture, but the picture of a digital pen, and then Trump. He is the worst.
He's a man baby.
These people love him.
It's an insult to call him a baby because even babies are more intelligent than he is.
He is the worst. Anyway, Jazzy says, I think it's important that independent media doesn't fall for the okie dokie and call them out for the BS.
Yes. And they are.
Jazzy says it was his own staffers. That's right. And Jazzy says he hit the emergency stop button and the teleprompter was his staffer also. Yes, thank you for confirming, Jazzy. Meritless folks, go figure. And one more, Kimmy says, they don't really want anyone who knows the job already so they can train them to operate the way they want. And speaking of being crazy and malicious again, also another malicious thing from the Orange Man. Over the week, there was a statue in Capitol Hill that had Epstein and the Orange Man holding hands and their love for each other. Yes. And it was 12 feet tall, I do believe. It was on these podiums on a pedestal. And someone created this piece of art and they got the permit to do it. Yeah. And it was placed in the park on the lawn. Yeah. But this morning, I do believe it was removed. because the president said it needed to be there.
The man baby.
The man baby.
Yeah,
The man
I think we
baby.
just call him. I won't even call him by his name. This is just the man baby. We all know what we're talking about.
I try never to say his name any longer,
So,
but the man
we were
baby.
talking about someone had brought up independent media, and I know this is not Focus Friday, but there's an account that I want you to pull up, and I don't know if you guys, anybody follows them. It is iHip News, and the two ladies are Jennifer Welch and Angie Sullivan.
Oh yeah, that's my girl. I love her.
Watch them every day and they put out multiple posts a day, and I watch everything. I love how they refer to him Cankles, make tits, and like they never call him by his name, and like they have the most awesome names for them.
If you have the link, I'll put it up. If you have the link.
Oh, on YouTube. Let me. All right, hold on. I'll copy it and put it in there.
So while he's doing that, so this has been a week of all kinds of news. But again, so for those that missed, I had an opportunity to go to be part of to spend time with the delegates from Namibia to the UN for this week is UN week. And I had the most awesome time, as you probably saw on my Instagram feed. And I also got to meet the great, wonderful Eric Roberts, and was able to have a great conversation. I was part of a conversation circle. It was about 12 or 15 of us. And he just finished and completed creating a film in Namibia. And so we were talking about the process and the pros and cons of making a film in Namibia. And then I asked some questions about cinema photography and how it would help us as cinema photographers in Namibia working. I would love one day to be a cinema photographer. I am not a cinema photographer at the moment, but it is one of my dreams to expand my photography into that field. And so he and I was just talking back and forth, and there was a bunch of other people from the delegation there. And it was a great week, y'all. I had to tell you, I was telling Adrian yesterday, I said, when I first took on this aim or goal to go to live in Namibia, this really started as a conversation last year around this time with my buddy who's here in New York right now. He's from Namibia, and he's one of my good friends. And I'll be living in his home when I go to Namibia for a bit. And but he also has some status in the Namibian government. So I was awarded these opportunities this week to spend time with the delegation. I got to meet the ambassador to for Namibia. He's been the ambassador to London, Italy. It's a couple of countries. Got to meet him. Got to meet the finance ministers, and got to meet coordinators, and the whole delegation is here in New York. And I got a chance to meet a lot of them on I think that was Monday. Monday was the big day, and I am also a ambassador to the Manhattan Chamber here in New York City. And so, and my buddy Paul is the president of one of the Chamber of Commerces in Namibia. So what is seeming starting to happen and forge is some interesting opportunities that could arise in me being in Namibia. One is to be a bridge between New York and the country of Namibia, and building business, trade, and relations. So could you imagine me being trade relations and global trade relations? But that opportunity is possible as I can connect those folks in Namibia with the folks here in New York. And so these opportunities are opening up, and then also a great opportunity to meet the wonderful Eric Roberts, and hanging out with him and talking. And we had such a great time. And you could see probably in the photos, we had a great time, and it's so much fun. And he's an amazing guy, but has such a passion for Namibia, and also to do films in the future there. And so I will continue to stay in contact with him, because we just made such a good connection on this week. And also, so a lot of opportunities are starting to reveal themselves as I am getting closer to the date of moving there, for a season of my life here, and 3 to 6 month intervals. We'll see how it all plays out. But I met so many people that live in New York that live in Namibia or are living on both continents, Africa and here in New York City. So I should say New York City and in the country of Namibia. And so it's just becoming really cool to be able to do that. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for your prayers. It's happening.
Here's the thing, you sowed the seeds over these many past years, and now you're reaping the rewards of that. And this is not something that happened overnight.
No.
These are all things the relationships that you've created and fostered, all the travel you put in, and you studying and understanding these different places. It's all coming together now. It probably didn't make sense when you were doing it. You just wanted to have these adventures, but now that you're in a space where it's just like, okay, look at all the things that I've done. I can culminate them into like these moments and have them be meaningful. So, I love that you're reaping the rewards of everything you've been doing over these last several years. And I'm super excited to see what you do and what you produce. And I'm here for it.
Well, it's. I mean, I was telling Adrian yesterday because we had a powwow yesterday. He came to pick up some stuff from the house, and I said, it feels so good to have clarity. Sometimes when you step out, you're stepping out in faith, and faith is the evidence of things unseen. When you step out in faith, you really don't know most of what's happening, but you know that this is what your aim is to go and do. And and now clarity is starting to come into play. And this week was, last week this wasn't even on my calendar. It was not this week. This time it was not my intention or on my calendar to be with the UN delegate, the Namibian delegate to the UN, and then also spend time in the same room with the president of Namibia. How cool was that?
Listen, you now have an introduction to people in government. When you go there, and you'll have more opportunities, and people will remember you. You know what I mean?
It was great to be able to photograph her and videotape her, and as she was interacting with people. And for those that know, Namibia has their first female president. She became president in March, just this March in 2025, and she's doing some incredible work in the country, and just plowing through and making some amazing changes, and really has a love for the people of Namibia. And but it was great to be in the same room, to be at the presidential dinner. I was at the presidential dinner, and I was having an out of body moment several times of the day on Monday. I was like, wait a minute, how did this happen? I'm in the presidential.
How did I get here?
I'm hanging out with the president of Namibia and all of these delegates in one room, and it was people from. It was amazing. So I say that. I mean, this is some news that's happened this week. Is I'm 61 years old. And I feel like I'm a brand new person. I feel like I have a new life, this is truly a new chapter. And why I'm saying this is, I don't care how old you are or how old you think you are. As in me, some people think I'm old.
Yeah.
You think you're old. You could be saying, I'm older. Not I'm old.
But
and it's perspective. It's the way you look at your life. It's the way you look at your world around you.
It's how you live your life.
You have to live. You have to live your life. And just because you're 60 years old, You've had children. The children are all grown. You've done your job. You served on the board of education or the board, or you did all these amazing things when it's quote unquote younger. And now you're in your 60s and you're saying, what is there else to do? There's a whole lot to do. I mean,
there's a whole world out there.
Some corporations were started by people in their 60s. Yeah. Some legislations in the world that changed the world were done by people in their 60s and older. Yeah. So just because your number says something,
you have wisdom behind those numbers.
Wisdom is behind the numbers. And use all of your assets. You have wisdom. That no one has. That 20-year-old, she ain't got your wisdom. She got nothing on you. You're 60 years old. You're 64. You're 65 years old. You have the knowledge of 65 years, more than half a century.
They are what we call wet behind the ears.
Right?
Oh, by the way, check the private chat. I put the link in there.
I saw it. Let me go there. But guys, I say that while Chris was doing it, is that I never in my wildest dreams I thought I would be in the same room with the president of a country. Right? I mean, it's just amazing. And
a real president.
A real president, presidential.
Yes.
And it was so good to be in that space. And
I'm so happy for you.
That was a great
I'm proud of you because you allowed yourself to be in those spaces.
Yeah, we had a good time. And so guys, be encouraged. Do not underestimate yourself. Because you can do great things if you just open and let yourself open up to the universe or wherever God's will is for your life.
Yes.
And just step out in faith. And just do it. Okay, so here we go. We have this with the tambourine, right?
Yeah. We just had a little bit of church.
We just did a little church moment. Okay, so Chris gave me this, and this. So this is their page. I love these. I love these two women. Let me show you.
They bring me joy. They bring me joy.
They do. They bring me joy every time. If you're not
warned. Just be warned. They are very spicy. So if you play something, they're very spicy.
Don't have your children in the room when you're.
No, and if you have certain sensitivities, don't listen to them.
You might want to put your headset on. But they are so good. This is their platform. I've had it. And join Jennifer Welsh and Angie Pumps Sullivan on their political pop culture podcast.
And so just a little note on them. Let me go back to the page. Jennifer is the one on the left with the red lipstick.
Yes.
She is an atheist and she's very left. Whereas Angie, she was a right-wing type of person. They all grew up in like rural Midwest.
Real rural.
Yeah.
Rural.
And like her whole
America.
family, MAGA and this and that. And she saw the light when it was like, I gotta get away from this. And the synergy between the two of them is amazing. And just play a clip from them.
Yeah, let's go with one that just happened. Escape.
Or even their shorts are really good too.
Their shorts are really good, but this is a good one, real quick one.
If your pet goes from weird
here we go
to weirder.
There you go.
So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Patriots, gay triots, they triots, black triots, brown triots, and to all of the fascists that try to oppress those people, you can
fuck off! Caw.
Wow.
I was trying to do it better,
It's a
but
very high pitch.
I'm going all in.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can fuck off. And so this is not only America's top DEI podcast, we are America's top anti-fascist podcast. And it's very important that we continue to say this because you never obey in advance. And we are anti-fascist. We are pro-democracy. We are pro-First Amendment. And we will not be bullied by some man who lies about how tall he is, lies about his weight, wears a diaper, has to wear compression socks because his ankles are so wide, needs a bra, which I would recommend adding to your MAGA merch flea market online, MAGA man bra for all the titty babies that are so upset and triggered by comedians that they are flailing and trying to take away all of the fun things about America because they're so miserable. They are so miserable. They want everybody else to be as emotionally stunted and stupid as they are. I mean, I cannot stand these people.
You know what I've been thinking about ever since we were talking about it? Donald Trump and his administration, they have everything they want. They have the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court. Congress is completely just letting them do whatever the fuck they want, as is the Supreme Court. And they're still so fucking mad. I mean, they are still so
These are broken people. These are emotionally stunted, anti-intellectual people that have not grown or evolved and are scared of facts, comedians. A lot of these people have been religiously damaged, and or in the case of Donald Trump, he's not a religious man. He's a malignant narcissist. So we have mental illness combining with people that are suffering from religious trauma, from being told from the moment they were born, they're not good people. And masturbating is a sin. And the devil's in your bedroom telling you to do it when you do it. And that's the shit. And people on the coast and people overseas that listen to and watch America's top anti-fascist podcast, you have to understand what's so horrifying for me as an atheist that's lived in a Bible Belt, Bible thumper state forever, is seeing how this is mainstream now.
Mm-hmm.
It was always a corner of the world that was a flyover state. And I would be like, God, I'm so nice to get out of Oklahoma because I can get away from all these Bible thumpers because they're mean people. Evangelical Christians are mean. They are very, very cruel people. And not to mention it's a Ponzi scheme where the churches take Venmo and have bad architecture, but I digress. I am shocked at the regressive nature that this is now mainstream at the White House and everybody's tongue talking before they go out and do these press conferences. I mean, I'm just like, those were my crazy peers in high school that were like, oh yeah, I got the Holy Spirit and I was tongue talking. I'd be like, that sounds fucking crazy. Much to my surprise, I now see the tongue talkers are at the White House.
Yeah. And you know what's just like,
So then if you continue with their conversation, I tell you, they are so smart.
Yeah.
And then
Don't get twisted.
And what is interesting about these two women? I know some people say, Ron, how could you promote her? How could you promote them? Because they tell the truth.
And they have facts to back it up.
They do their research. They go all in. If they are saying it, they've done their research. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yes, they also, Chris says the best word. They are salty. I mean, you definitely cannot watch them with the children around.
That was tame. What you saw, that was very tame.
That was tame. But not only was it tame, this is pretty much how they interact. Yeah. And they give you so much information. And if there's any platform, I mean, there's a lot of platforms out there right now that are really doing great work. These two girls, these two ladies, and what makes them so unique is, again, like Chris was saying, is that they live right in the Bible Belt. They live among the MAGA. They live among their family members of MAGA. They grew up in MAGA. And they are the blonde hairs mega.
Blue
Yeah, people
eyes.
think so when they're hanging out with friends and family, people think they are one of them because of their blonde hair and how they look. And they say the most audacious stuff. Uh, and, and but they don't realize that these two women are not with their crazy stance on these
Yeah,
issues. So anyway, Chris, thank you for bringing them up. I think they are
I
really
love them.
cool, and if you want to, and they really do stay on top of the trend. And she's right; they're one of the if not the number one, or they're second. I think that's in second place. They have 1.3 million subscribers. They also have an amazing team that works with them. So,
Yes.
and Jennifer has been featured everywhere because she is so raw and honest that she's been on a lot of TV shows and a lot of places. So again, you want to hear some good information about what's going on in the heart of America, MAGA, how people feel, because you definitely you need to know the pulse of the country. Even
Yeah.
though some people say, "Oh, why do you need to know what's going on in MAGA?" You should know what's going on all sides of an issue. Why? So you can have a conversation. If you should be able to defend whatever your belief system is. But in order to defend your belief system, you must know how the other people are believing. So
Yeah.
it's okay sometimes to turn on Fox and see what's going on, even though it's as insane as insanity can be. But you need to know what the rest of the country is being fed, because, like I said, most of the country, their news diet is Fox. And when you get your I was helping my neighbor yesterday with her Roku and setting her Roku up yesterday. And right there, one of the first things you see, part of the Roku, is Fox right there. And so how many people in this country, they veg out on Fox? Maybe not even veg out. They beef out. They eat meat. It's like meat. It's like anything that's not good for you. Meat, it has its place. But they eat on a daily basis Fox. And if you want to understand where the country is going or get some insight, you need to know the issues from the other side. Don't put your head in the sand. Don't surround yourself with people like yourself. If you want to learn the issues in global issues, like I'm about geopolitical environments, and also international and domestic. If you want to know, you need to know what the other side is talking about.
Yeah.
You have to. It's important. So anyway, we are now at 12 o'clock. I think it's time to go, y'all. What do y'all think? Chris, you got anything to say? Anything else?
No, I'm good. I think this was a good episode.
Yeah,
A
I
little
think
tech corner, a little bit of news, and a little bit of comedy / news.
There is one thing. Hold on, let me see this. I am experimenting with it. I do not. I just downloaded it today, and I see a lot of. Is it up here? Let me just see it. Let me just go to my screen. Maybe it'll pop up. Evolve. Hold on a second.
Oh, I do have something while you're looking it up. Thank you guys for all those that have been watching the recap show. This week we had on Belania Daly, who was one of the contestants on Project Runway. So this is our second contestant that we've had on the show, and it's doing really, really well now. So if you have not seen it, go and watch it over on the original conference call YouTube channel. It's episode 9. It's the most current one up right now. And of course, we're getting ready to record the season finale that airs tonight. We'll record that over the weekend. It'll come out on Monday. But go ahead and watch. Support.
This is for the photographers out there. Now, I'm putting this out there because a lot of photographers are subscribing to this. It's called Evoto or Evoto. And it's a editing editing tool for photographers. So I just upgraded it. I uploaded it today. I saw a lot of colleagues that are part of the Evoto movement, and
I think I've heard of this.
and it's supposed. I mean, let me see. Let me just see if I can get something that is.
It can choose the photos that it thinks are the best, and then also help to, I believe, edit, like just do general edits on your images.
It does general edits. It helps you to edit your workflow to speed it up, because you're able to
pull your images,
pull all your images in. And so I just downloaded it today. I'll let you know how I like it or not, but it's a trial offer. Mine is from now to November 5th, which is great. So I get time.
Oh, that's a really good trial.
Yeah, so available for purchase starting November 5th. So I just uploaded it today. So it gives me a little time to play with it. It is I'm just want there's another area. Hold on a second. I wanted to get this because there's a lot of photographers in this community, and photographers do watch this. And so I always like to throw something in for photographers as well. And let me see what I can do. Hold on a second. Oh, did I just leave the screen?
Okay, no, you're good. We still see it.
There we go. Okay, so let's see. So they have all these tabs. Oh, here it is. I wanted to go to this. This is what I wanted to do. Maybe it won't pop up. I have to go back out and go back in. Okay, so let me go in and pop this out and switch the screen for you, because this is better to show it on Instagram.
And they're not cheap, though.
It's not cheap.
No. Like their basic plan for a year, which is actually, that's not bad. I take it back. $242 for a basic plan. But once you start stepping it up, it starts doubling in price. Like there's standard plus, and then the it can be very expensive.
So here's a video for it. You can also edit videos. Let me see.
Touching software for high-resolution video content in film, television, and commercials. Built on Evoto's photo retouching engine, it provides beauty enhancements for video that maintain natural skin texture and produce consistent, natural results. Evoto Video includes retouching features that can do blemish removal, skin retouching, facial reshape, teeth whitening, and eye brightening with a single click. Using advanced facial recognition, Evoto Video can efficiently batch sync specific edits made to different individuals across an entire video clip.
Evoto and
so they have that, and then they have also the desktop. They have also photography. So this is the phone. They have like a phone app called Evoto Instant. So I'm playing with this right now. Like I said, some of the photographers here in New York City that I know are using it.
What's going on? It's Jeff Carpenter with Ready Light Media,
and they seem to love it. But I
the video.
Try it. There's a lot of stuff. It's the best way to get familiar with it is Instagram. The website is great. I mean, obviously it has everything it has, but the Instagram page kind of like you get the interviews and all the people that are responding to it and sharing. So check it out. I mean, and again, I'll come back to you and let you know how it works. But I've gotten a lot of feedback from really good photographers out there that use this as a tool.
So here's the one thing I don't like about this and a lot of these new services now, especially when it comes to AI, they're basing them off of like these,
Chris, you just read my mind.
These credits, because all of them, whenever you're trying to do like voiceovers, any type of AI in feature, they all work on this credit system, whereas one thing that you upload, like one image is considered a credit. So if you have a project where you take 1,000 photos for that project and you want to cull it, each of those individual photos that goes through is a credit. So like the basic plan gives you 3,600 credits per month. So if you have multiple projects, say you have 4 projects, right? And they all have about 1,000 photos each. You can't even get through a full month using this basic service. That's the unfortunate thing. I mean, Canva is using credits now with their AI stuff. Adobe uses credits. Like everyone that has AI built into anything, they built into this credit system. Whereas, and a lot of times because you don't know a lot about AI, you want to play around with it. And by the time you realize all the playing you've done, you use up all the credits. And it says, well, you used up all your credits for this month. Now you have to wait 30 days until you can use it again. It's just like, you give me these tools. I don't know how I'm using it. I'm experimenting, and then I've used up all of it just playing, and I haven't produced anything that's usable yet.
Yeah,
I hate that. If you're gonna give me a subscription model, I'm paying you good money. Allow me to use it as much as I want to use it. Don't make me pay for it and then say, well, you're only allowed this amount. And if you want to get unlimited credits, you got to give us $1,000. Like,
but then
literally,
this new format is challenging. But again, like I said, this is something that's the only thing I mean, this is the cross between AI and us working as photographers using AI. And well, AI is here and it's here to stay, but this incorporates a lot of AI.
Yeah.
So so you make your best judgment on how much AI you want to use in editing your photos. Some people don't even do their own photos; they just send their photos out to be edited by others who are probably using AI to do it.
Probably.
So, but again, this is out there. It seems to be trending right now. So check it out if you want to, you photographers out there and videographers, because they do have videography. They do have they have a phone, like you can literally mount your phone to your camera, tether it to your camera, and make changes on your phone as you are photographing. That's what the Instant is about. Evoto Instant. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that to you guys. And on that note, let's do some of our own marketing. Make sure, one, if you are in the building, make sure you join our email list. That is good for you to be a part of our, just being updated and what's going on within our community. Also, I am an event photographer. If you're interested in event photography, make sure you reach out to me. I do corporate photography. I do all kinds of events, and that includes photojournalism, because that is an event. So I do that work as well. Also, thank you to our wonderful Patreon members who support this channel and what we do here. Without them, we are nothing. So thank you, Patreon, for supporting us, the community that supports us every month by contributing money at whatever level they do to support what we do here. And last but not least, and then I think Chris is going to share something, join my YouTube channel. Join this YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. And we always like to say, share.
Share.
Chris, you have anything, sir?
Of course, we got one ad, so let me just roll it.
Sup? Okay, so listen, that man right there, Chris, said that I had to record this, and so I'm just gonna do it. But it's super important what I'm about to say. But before I say it, I want you to hit the like button, and then I want you to hit the notification bell, and then I want you to hit the follow button with the subscribe button. And I'm gonna wait until you do it. Oh, you did? Okay, great. So listen. This is the conference call where we do recap shows of all your favorite shows. So what you should do now that you have subscribed and hit the like button and notification bell and some other buttons, what you should do is once you get them notifications, you tap that notification and then you come to our page and then you watch us talk about the shows that you like to talk about. Okay. So we done did Project Runway. We done did Drag Race, and who knows what is coming up, because this is what we do. So we look forward to communing with you, talking with you, being with you, in the comments and such. You see, we got all kinds of shit going on. So be with us every week. Sometimes it could be multiple times a week, but come be with us, chat with us, and let's have a good time. All right, bye.
So there you have it. Chris and his friends. Chris and his team over there. So guys, check out the conference call. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I think we covered it all today. You guys rock. Thank you for being a part of our community and being here with us. I see Cass says, going back and forth, but listening. I see here, Cass says, true, take everything in moderation, although I rather hear from the mouth of the person, environment, experiences directly. Some news is good for certain things. Just have to weed out the biases. Absolutely. I agree with you. Bryson says, and tomorrow we got Mariah Carey and Doja Cat dropping at midnight. And, you know, Bryson is our media pop stop correspondent. And Jazzy says, a great episode. So thank you guys for being a part of this community. So again, share. That's how we grow. Share what we do here. Share with your friends. And that's how we grow this community. Okay, guys, enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy Thursday. Bye-bye. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.